What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, BitConnect? Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Dash, definitely not BitConnect, because that coin is never coming back. Now, let's talk about what we're going to go over, specifically Dash's upward pointing channel, the huge volume spike that we had come into the market, and I'm going to be talking about potential price targets moving into the future because I think it's possible for Dash to reach 11,000 per coin. So without further ado, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button with the notification bell because I'm dedicated to uploading 5 videos a week on this channel all through 2020. And comment down below where you're tuning in from in this beautiful world. So let's get straight into this. Okay, so Dash has seen some very, very nice upward movement since we had this whole swing up in the market. It lagged behind, a little bit behind the BSV chart, but it had a very similar amount of upside growth. I believe at one point it was 70 or 80% on the upside in 24 hours. So we can actually take our percentage tool over here on the left-hand side, price range tool, and you can go up from the bottom and you'll see that it has gone up about 256%. So a lot of people thought this coin was dead because it actually failed support. There was this upward pointing channel that we had, and a lot of people were expecting it to be like Monero or, Litecoin, where it came back down and then bounced out of the bottom of this channel rather than failing support. Not every single coin is going to follow the exact same patterns as the other coins. They do rhyme with each other. They all kind of did this ABC correction style right here. This is actually, there's a few different kind of ABCs in the market. You can have an ABC correction where the A, the B, and the C wave are all very similar in length. And then you can have an ABC correction where the A wave is a lot longer and the B to the C is shorter, and that's kind of what I think this is in Dash, is this ABC correction where the B wave is actually the A wave is actually the longest wave in the market. They're a little bit rarer, but they do occur, and I think this is an example of that type of ABC correction specifically with Dash. We also have this upward pointing channel. We had tested the support of this channel right here in the past. We created a resistance in this channel right here, and we have now created some support. So I'm expecting another kiss of this channel, specifically of the upper resistance of this channel. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to take a line tool, and we're going to extend this channel out because we don't know exactly how long it's going to take to get to the top of that channel. But I do think it's very likely that we do. So this analysis is actually very similar to the Monero analysis, where I was calling for 10,000 per coin with Monero. So make sure that you check out that video as well on my channel because it has a very similar upward pointing channel. Let's drop into the weekly. Oh, there goes my lines. Sometimes if you draw a line and then switch time frames, it just deletes it. So you gotta do what you gotta do in this world. Let's take this and we'll go like this. All right, there you go. So there's our upward pointing channel. I've extended it. The easiest way to draw a channel is to take the parallel channel tool over here. You go from this low over here, and as you can see, you can create a parallel channel. This would be the median line of the channel. We had a bounce off this. We went a little bit above it. We had rejections off of it with wicks along the way up, and we failed the support of that, and that's kind of what capitulated us to the bottom of the channel. But I'm going to go ahead and remove that just so it's a little cleaner. Now what we're seeing from a big picture Elliott wave perspective is we've actually held support. We got the biggest volume spike the market has ever seen just recently. So volume is doing very well on that major support level. And then we made this big 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're making an Elliott wave, fifth wave. So that's why I think that if we go very, very impulsive, Dash could reach $11,000, $12,000 per coin. And if we take a longer time, if it takes a longer period of time for us to get there, it could even go higher. The the top of this channel goes all the way up to even $80,000. So when you're talking about what potentially could happen from current prices, you have another 40,000% on the upside. Now people hear that and they go, oh my gosh, 40,000% in this coin, there's no possible way. Well, go look at what happened to like Amazon and tech stocks after the internet bubble. You'll see percentages that are pretty big, some of them 40, 50,000%. And then look at the percentage from the previous bottom of this market to the previous peak. And you'll see that this was actually 780,000%, 700,000%, 704,000%, somewhere around there, over 700,000%. So when you're talking about 40,000, 50,000% on the upside, it's actually not that big. I mean, it's a huge, there's a life-changing amount of wealth right there, but it's not as much as it's done previously, and it's similar to what tech and internet bubble stocks did after they recovered from the crash. So you have to think, okay, those percentages are not only possible, but they've happened in multiple markets across the past, and they're even not as big as the ones that we saw previously in the crypto market. So why is that? Why is it that the percentage gain gets smaller? Well, the biggest reason that the percentage gain gets smaller is the fact that as market cap grows, it takes more money to move the same percentage. So if you have a $1 million market capitalization and then you double the market cap, that's 100%, but that only took $1 million to double the market cap and another million in market cap. Whereas if you have 100 billion in market cap, that's another 100 billion before you can gain 100% gains. So you have to think of it in terms of, okay, how big is this boat at sea? When you have a very large boat at sea, it takes a lot of force to get it moving. When you have a little speedboat, you can just zip around really quickly. And so that's kind of the difference between low cap and large capitalization. And it's the same with penny stocks. If you get into penny stock trading or really just low market capitalization stock trading, you'll find that some of those can move 1,000%, 2,000%, even in a day, a couple 100% in a day. And it's because they're like little speedboats zipping around, whereas something like Apple takes years to move the same amount of percentage. Now, from its very bottom to its peak, it did move quite significantly, but it took a long time to do so. So you just have to keep that perspective in mind. We're starting to get into a bigger, medium-sized boats in the crypto markets where we're seeing large moves, but it's probably not going to be as fast as it used to be. Some of the smaller cap ones will. Lower cap coins will pump, 1,000% and stuff like that sometimes. But the larger market capitalization coins aren't going to move as fast as they used to be able to because they're bigger boats at sea. So that is something to keep in mind. This is a very, very nice volume spike, you guys. This actually, if you hover over on the weekly, this is $3.8 billion in volume. And you can see that at the top of the entire market, the biggest volume spike was 2.9 billion. And this is a buying volume too, because you have all these bullish candlesticks come in while the volume is formed. So that is generally a good sign for Dash. Now, what I expect to see some type of, either pump higher or pull back to this trend line, accumulation, breakout. It has to make some Elliott waves. This was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure. It could be impulsive. Sometimes fifth waves are very, very impulsive. It could just go like this and be a very impulsive wave. But, I definitely think that $10,000 to $12,000 per Dash is not completely unreasonable in its next cycle. And that's kind of my first target for the Dash market. So that's why I wanted to update you guys on Dash. Great project, great coin. I do like privacy coins a lot personally, because you have to remember that people need their privacy, when it comes to money. Money is a fundamental right. Being able to store your own value is a fundamental right to every human being on earth. And you have a right to be able to store your funds privately. And so that's why I really love Monero and Dash and a lot of the different privacy coins for that very reason. You can see Dash is up 45% today. So shout out to anybody that was buying the Dash dip or just held through the correction and is ready for a reversal in that market. That was a very smart move to be picking it up if you bought it. And if you're a long-term holder, shout out to you guys for having the stomach to be able to stomach that whole move on the downside before we're starting to see some very nice impulsive candlesticks on the upside. So Bitcoin is also pushing up still today. Our kind of shorter term resistance is about 8,900 to 9,000. So I want to see that broken above. And it could be very possible that over the next couple of days we see a small dip before we break above. But either way, the momentum is still on the upside right now. And I did update on Bitcoin SV yesterday. I told you guys to wait for a 25 to 30% drop. We've started to make that. So after it drops probably a little bit further here, might be a good time to buy the dip on that one. So get ready to purchase when you see it maybe dip a little further. It's making an ABC correction right now. For the people in my VIP group, I will be updating you guys on that one today. So yeah, Dash is looking good, and I'm super excited to see where the markets take us from here. Things could change. We could have alterations in our analysis, but for now, this is looking like a very solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave for the Dash market. So I appreciate and love every single one of you guys for tuning in today's video. Hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button with the notification bell, because I am dedicated to uploading 5 cryptocurrencies videos a week all through 2020. Comment down below where you're tuning in from in this beautiful world. And shout out to everybody that follows me on my YouTube channel. I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay profitable out there.